$5,000 a month, 7 animals, a quarter acre, 7 specific animals on one property. Everything fits on just a quarter-acre lot. And the first animal on this list is classified by federal code as something that is not a farm animal at all, which means it is completely invisible to the livestock ordinances and HOA rules that shut down most backyard operations before they ever get started. You will understand exactly what that means in the next 30 seconds. A quarter acre is 10,890 square feet. At that size, 3 income categories unlock that are completely unavailable to closet and garage systems, on-site pollination for your local gardens, and direct-to-consumer meat sales under the USDA poultry exemption, which lets you process and sell up to 1,000 birds per year with 0 federal inspection. That is the legal infrastructure most channels never explain. By the end of this video, you will know which of these 7 animals to start with, what to add second, and exactly how they feed each other, cutting operating costs while each new animal increases total income. That system reveal is at the end. It is the part nobody else is doing. Subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss it. Animal 1. Coturnix Quail. Game bird, not livestock. Invisible to suburban livestock ordinances. 000Month. Coturnix quail are classified as game birds under federal code, not poultry, not livestock. That single distinction means they fall outside the ordinances that ban chickens in most American suburbs. HOA restrictions name poultry and livestock. Quail appear in neither category. This is not a loophole. It is simply how the law reads, and almost nobody in this niche tells you that. Here are the numbers. One Coturnix hen lays 280 to 300 eggs per year starting at 6 weeks old. Chickens take 5 months. Standard quail eggs at market sell for $5 to $8 per dozen. Hatching eggs sell for $12 to $24 per dozen online to breeders and hobbyists. A homesteader in Wisconsin runs 300 Coturnix on a quarter-acre rotational system, selling eggs at the Saturday market and hatching eggs through an online storefront. Their annual gross between $12,000 and $17,000. Monthly average $1,000 to $1,400. Feed cost for 300 birds, $90 to $120 per month. Net, $900 to $1,200 monthly from this one animal alone. Your car payment and your grocery bill. From one animal on one section of a quarter acre. Startup, $200 to $400 for cage system, incubator, and breeding stock. First eggs in 6 weeks. Biggest mistake. Selling only eating eggs. Hatching eggs are the same birds, same eggs, and 4 times the per dozen price. Most operators are leaving the majority of their income untouched. Next, the most misunderstood income structure in backyard farming. Most operators gross $400 per month from this animal. The ones who understand one specific thing gross $1,400. The difference takes 30 seconds to explain. Animal 2, heritage laying hens, USDA poultry exemption. Process and sell up to 1,000 birds per year without federal inspection, $800 or $400 a month. 80 hens on a quarter-acre rotational pasture produce roughly 65 dozen eggs per month at $7 average direct-to-consumer. At $7 average direct-to-consumer, that is $455 per month from eggs alone. Pullets. Young hens at 4 to 6 months old, ready to lay, sell for $25 to $45 each. People pay that premium because they do not want to manage a brooder for 8 weeks and wait 5 months for the first egg. 15 pullets per month from your own incubator adds $375 to $675 on top of your egg income. From the same 80 birds on the same quarter acre. A farm in western North Carolina runs 80 heritage breed Australorps and sex lynx on rotational pasture, selling eggs at $7 per dozen at 2 farmers markets, and 12 to 18 pullets per month through a local Facebook group. Monthly gross, $900 to $1,400. Feed cost with pasture rotation, $60 to $80 because the birds are sourcing a significant share of their own diet. Feed them to farm the eggs. Hatch the eggs to sell the pullets. The rotation pays for itself twice. Startup, $300 to $500 for an 80-bird day-old flock, a basic coop, and a starter incubator. Biggest mistake, not running an incubator. Without it, you have 1 income stream. With it, you have 3. Eggs, pullets, and hatching eggs. Same property, same birds. 3 times the revenue architecture. Number 3 is the animal that will make you stop and rewind to check whether you heard the price correctly. It weighs less than a medium-sized dog, and it is generating more income per square foot than anything else on this list. Animal 3. Nigerian Dwarf Goats. Permitted under residential codes that ban full-size livestock. Classified as companion animals in many jurisdictions, 000Month. A Nigerian dwarf doe weighs between 60 and 80 pounds, smaller than most large dog breeds. Her milk has 6 to 10% butterfat, more than double standard cow milk. That fat content is what makes every product she generates worth far more per pound than anything a conventional dairy animal produces. Here's the number that will make you rewind this. 1 bar of artisan soap made from Nigerian dwarf milk sells for $8 to $14 retail. 1 doe produces enough milk to make 40 to 60 bars per month. At $10 average, that is $400 to $600. Not the animal, not the kids, just the soap from the milk. Add the kids. Registered Nigerian dwarf does produce 1 to 3 kids. Registered kids from quality lines sell for $350 to $900 each. A husband and wife in suburban Denver run 4 Nigerian dwarf does on their quarter acre. They sell soap through Etsy and boutiques. They run a small herdshare program at $80 per month per family for 4 families. Their monthly gross from 4 does is $1,200 to $1,800. Monthly feed, $40 to $60. From a 60-pound animal smaller than your neighbor's golden retriever. That number is real. Startup, $800 to $1,200 for 2 quality does, $300 for basic pen infrastructure. Soap making supplies under $100. Biggest mistake, buying unregistered stock to save money up front. Unregistered kids sell for $50 to $100. Registered kids from documented lines sell for $350 to $900. The registration fee is $40. The income difference is permanent. Animal 4 is the protein machine most small farmers dramatically underestimate. After these numbers, we are pausing to add up what the first 4 animals generate combined, because the total reframes everything. Animal 4, meat rabbits, classified as pets under federal law. Home processing for direct sale is legal in most states without USDA inspection, generating $500 to $900 per month. Rabbits need only 3 pounds of feed to produce 1 pound of meat. Cattle need 7 to 8. That efficiency gap goes straight to your margin. A 12-doe rabbitry at $10 per pound direct to consumer generates $300 to $400 monthly from meat alone. That is the floor, not the ceiling. The real money is in breeding stock and manure. Pedigree New Zealand whites and Californians sell for $60 to $150 each. Rabbit manure, the only livestock manure you can apply directly to garden beds without composting, sells for $10 to $25 per 25-pound bag. In a good spring weekend, a 12-doe operation moves $300 to $400 in bagged manure alone. An operation in eastern Tennessee runs 14 does in a converted shed, selling processed meat at the farmer's market, pedigree kits through a local rabbit club, and bagged manure through Facebook each spring. Annual gross across all 3 product lines, around $8,000. Monthly average, $660 with spikes to $900 during spring. 3 product lines, 1 shed, same animals. This is a system, not a hobby. Startup. $300 to $600 for 12 cages, feeders, waterers, and quality breeding stock. Biggest mistake, breeding before buyers exist. Rabbits multiply faster than any other animal on this list. 40 fryer rabbits per month with no market channel means a rescue operation, not an income stream. Lock in 1 restaurant or 1 farmer's market slot before the first doe kindles. Stop. 4 animals in. Let me give you the combined monthly income from just these first 4 systems on a quarter acre. Coturnix Quail, $600 to $1,400 per month. Laying Hens with Pullets, $800 to $1,400. Nigerian Dwarf Goats with soap and kids, $700 to $1,800. Meat rabbits with meat, breeding stock, and manure, $500 to $900. 4 animals, combined range, $2,600 to $5,500 monthly, from a quarter acre, and we have 3 more to go. The $5,000 in the title is not the ceiling, it is the midpoint. Drop a comment right now. Tell me which of these 4 you would start with first. I read every single one. Animal 5, Khaki Campbell Ducks, classified as ornamental waterfowl in many codes. No rooster classification. Permitted where chickens are banned, $500 to $900 per month. Khaki Campbells lay up to 340 eggs per year. The world record for any duck breed, outperforming the best chicken breeds. They are permitted in many suburbs that ban chickens because they carry no rooster noise and are classified as ornamental waterfowl. 40 ducks on rotational pasture produce roughly 280 eggs per week at peak. At $9 per dozen average, that is $840 monthly from eggs alone. Most duck operators stop there. The income streams they miss are ducklings, $8 to $15 each, and composted manure at $8 to $15 per 25-pound bag. A market garden couple in eastern Pennsylvania with 40 ducks averaged $900 monthly across eggs, ducklings, and spring manure sales. Monthly feed cost with pasture, $28, $900 in revenue. That is what a rotational pasture system does to margins. Startup, $200 to $400 for basic shelter, a water tub, and 40-day-old ducklings. Biggest mistake, running drakes freely with layers. Drakes are loud, can overbreed hens, and reduce egg yield. Keep one drake separately for hatching purposes. Run an all-female laying flock for maximum output. Number 6 costs almost nothing to run because it is powered entirely by the waste the other 5 animals are already producing. And it has one hidden product worth more per pound than raw honey. Animal 6, honeybees. Not classified as livestock. Legal in most residential zones with no zoning variance required. $400 to $800 per month averaged. One hive takes up 4 square feet. 5 to 10 hives on a quarter acre generate income from 6 separate product streams without adding any additional infrastructure. The honey income is real but seasonal. Most of the year's revenue arrives in a 4-month window from July through October. The income stream most backyard beekeepers miss entirely is nucleus colony sales. A nucleus colony, 5 frames with a laying queen, sells for $175 to $250. An operator with 10 hives splits 2 to 4 colonies each spring and sells them as nucs. 4 nukes at $225 is $900 from one spring weekend. That single product line can double a 10-hive operation's annual income. An operator in Ohio runs 8 hives on a property under a quarter acre, selling honey at market, beeswax candles, and lip balm at $22 per unit and 3 nucleus colonies per spring at $225 each. Annual gross across all products, around $8,000, monthly average, $660. 30 minutes of management per hive per week. $660 per month. That ratio does not exist anywhere else in small-scale farming. Startup. $500 to $800 for 2 hives with basic equipment. First honey in year 1. First nuke sales in year 2. Biggest mistake. Scaling to 10 hives in year 1. Beginners who lose 6 in one winter lose the income and motivation. Start with 2. Learn for a full year. Last one. And this is the animal that completes the system. It does not just earn income on its own. It cuts the feed costs of every other animal on this list, while generating 2 separate product lines. This is the engine. Animal 7, black soldier fly larvae, classified as a beneficial insect, legal everywhere, generates combined value from feed offset plus frass revenue, $300 to $600 per month combined value. BSF larvae are a mechanical advantage inside a stacked system. They eat kitchen scraps, rabbit manure, chicken manure, duck manure, and garden waste. Material every other animal on this list is already producing. They convert it into 2 sellable products, dried larvae at $8 to $15 per pound, and frass, the residual fertilizer material, at $2 to $5 per pound retail to organic gardeners. But the most important number is not what the larvae sell for, it is what they replace. Your quail, ducks, and laying hens have a combined monthly feed bill of $200 to $300 at scale. Black soldier fly larvae fed directly to those birds reduce commercial feed consumption by 25 to 40%. That is $60 to $120 per month in feed savings. That stays in your margin every single month without requiring you to sell a single gram of product. An operator in Georgia runs a BSF bin fed entirely on waste from his rabbit and duck operations. He uses the larvae as a protein supplement for his quail and hens. He sells frass to 3 local market gardeners at $3 per pound each spring. Combined monthly value, feed savings plus frass revenue, runs between $300 and $500 per month on what used to be a disposal problem. This animal turns your other animals' waste into money. That is not income stacking. That is a closed loop. Startup. $80 to $150 for a climate-controlled bin. Zero ongoing feed cost. The bin runs on waste the other animals generate. Biggest mistake. Positioning it as a primary revenue stream. It is not. It is the infrastructure that cuts costs across every other system while generating secondary frass income. Without waste inputs from other animals, there is nothing for it to run on. Why 7 animals on a quarter acre beats 7 animals in a spare room? If you watch the last 2 videos on this channel, you already have the 0 acre foundation. The worm farm, indoor quail, rabbits, BSF bin, tilapia. Those systems are running in closets, garages, and spare rooms. This is the next rung on the ladder. And here is exactly how the quarter-acre systems connect to what you already have. Your indoor quail manure feeds the outdoor BSF bin. The BSF larvae supplement the feed for your outdoor quail flock, your ducks, and your laying hens, reducing their combined feed bill by 30%. Your rabbit hutches, moved onto the quarter-acre from indoors, sit above raised garden beds. They fertilize continuously below them while they eat and sleep. Your Nigerian dwarf goats browse the brushy corners and fence lines the other animals do not use, clearing vegetation that would otherwise cost labor while depositing the highest quality manure on the property. And the honeybees pollinate everything. Research consistently shows crops pollinated by bees produce 30 to 80% more fruit. Your vegetable yield increases without a single additional square foot of growing space, without a single additional dollar of input. The bees do that work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, while simultaneously generating $600 monthly in honey and nuke sales. Here is the combined monthly income picture from all 7 systems at realistic mid-range scale. Coturnix Quail, 1,000. Laying Hens, 1,000. Coturnix Quail, 1,000. Nigerian Dwarf Goats, 1,200. Meat Rabbits, 650. Khaki Campbell Ducks, 700. Honeybees, 660. BSF combined value, 400. Total gross, approximately $5,600 per month. After feed and consumables, approximately $2,800 to $3,400 net. Working 40 hours per week across 2 people on a quarter acre. That is not a side income. That is a second household. Built on the land most people mow on Saturday and call it done. Individual animals are income streams. Animals that feed each other are a system. And systems compound. Where do you start? Quail and laying hens first. They share feed type, equipment knowledge, and the same direct market buyer. Get both running, then add the BSF bin. It immediately cuts your combined feed bill and starts producing frass. From that foundation, add rabbits, then ducks, then Nigerian dwarf goats once your zoning is confirmed and your direct market exists. Bees come in year 2, after the other animals are profitable. Do not start all 7 at once. The operators who try to launch a full stacked system in month 1 almost always abandon everything by month 4. The compounding only works when each layer is profitable before the next one is added. One gear at a time. Drop a comment below right now. Tell me which animal surprised you most and whether you are working from a full quarter acre, a smaller lot, or an apartment setup. I read every single comment and your answer directly shapes what gets researched next on this channel. If this video gave you one verified number you could not have found anywhere else, subscribe and turn on notifications. The next video maps out the exact startup sequence, the month-by-month income ramp, and the specific moment each animal layer should be added, based on where you are in the build right now. That is the video that ties everything together. Subscribe so you are there when it drops.